Be good. In the bottom left corner, as the yellow Protoss from Exxon Gaming, it's Jenasin. And in the top right corner, as the red Terran, it's GamerRichy. GamerRichy was a member of RNG Pro. He left to join Peak Gaming. Jenasin joining Exxon, which is a brand new team. Well, Jenasin, a former Risen member, joining Exxon, which is a brand new esports team run by Dricket. It has such illustrious members as Nina and more Shame Meow. They've been doing well in their first tournaments recently, actually. I think GamerRichy is the... I don't know why he's tagged for Reason, but I'm pretty sure GamerRichy is the only StarCraft player for Peak Gaming. They, like, threw him a full sponsorship to get into the market, so that's wonderful for him. That's a really great accomplishment to be representing the UK in that way. Jenasin has been competing in these weekly tournaments again and again and again. He hit Grandmaster just last season, and he's been improving since then. He almost took a game off of Nina last week, and by almost, I mean, it was incredibly close. It went to like the 16-minute mark. It was a back-and-forth slugfest, and Jenasin made Nina go up against his Blink Stalker play, which is really his bread and butter. He's really a micro-intensive player who likes to win during the engagements. He's not the best at macro. He can fall behind in the probe count, but when it comes to, you know, going in with an even or even a lesser number of units than his opponent, he can go against some of the best players in StarCraft and take a game. I believe he took a game off of Armani a couple weeks ago as well. GamerRichy has been, you know, finishing up in the round of 32, round of 16 in these tournaments. He's a very, very, very solid bio player. His code is STIM2WIN. And especially against a Protoss, I would expect for him to be doing... Oh, okay, so apparently Peak shut down. He is now with Reason Gaming. Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting some very, very, very standard play out of Richie. It looks like Kremer has posted the Twitter for Reason Gaming in the chat as well. Go check that out if you want to support GamerRichy. Richie is always helping around the StarCraft community, always coaching younger players, and positively bringing the light of StarCraft to those around him. Richie only loading up 2 Widowmines for this drop. Very likely, as I mentioned before, gearing up for a biotank push. In fact, there's the tech lab on the factory, and there's 2 more barracks, so it's definitely going to be a biotank push around the time that Jenasin tries to take a third, which should be coming up here shortly, in the next minute and a half or so. The Reaper is going to enter the main for a little bit of harass. A Stalker is here to intercept, but it's just for a distraction and a scout. Oh no, the Widowmines burrow! 6 probes go down. A very juicy hit here for GamerRichy. That's about the best you can expect at the Grandmaster level. Oh, he does lose both Widowmines, but that's okay. You expect to lose those Widowmines anyway. It's nice if you can get out of there. However, you don't always have to. Eternal Empire is an interesting map. A lot of players will just sit and fight over these watchtowers for most of the game. They're very, very important. They provide huge vision of multiple attack paths. But neither player really opting to engage there in this game. Richie's trying to repair the bunker. Jenasin gonna wait for his shields to recharge a little bit. He does have high ground vision, so he can blink to the high ground. There's no tanks into position to counter this. Jenasin, unfortunately, doesn't know that Richie has no defense on the high ground, thanks to the Fog of War. And now Richie is totally going to have defense on the high ground with those 2 Widow Mines dropping. Jenasin with that killer instinct, going to pick off the Medivacs, but Richie responds too quickly. Where did those 6 SC... Oh, and then that, okay. Okay. It was a Disruptor drop from Jenasin. Caster, fail! Totally didn't see the Warp Prism go in. Oh my god! Oh my god! That was a healthy chunk of bio gone down there. Richie is going to stim to win. He does have a +1 advantage on the field. Jenasin just starting up his own +1. This bio will be able to trade well against the Protoss. Jenasin does have his Disruptor out on the map. It looks like he's going to get a recall off on it. Yeah, there it is. 2 Disruptors on the field here. The Disruptor doesn't quite connect with the Widow Mines. That one definitely connected pretty well with the bio, though. Richie still has a lot on the field. He can still break the Protoss, but his chances were just diminished quite a bit. Jenasin dodges the Widowmine shots, and Richie is forced back home. Jenasin defends the 3rd, and he's going to macro up. Shields get knocked off the Warp Prism. Warp Prism is going to live, though. It's going to be perfectly fine. This is a hero disruptor. I want to see how many kills it had. Oh my god, it got picked off before the shot went off. It also lagged my computer. Feels bad. Richie seems to be pretty angry. He's going to get very aggressive here very quickly. Yeah, he eats another disruptor shot. I think Richie might be a little bit tilted. Usually Richie, like, has just the best control over these bioforces as he engages the Protoss, but he's eaten so many disruptor shots. Jenasin sees the positioning on a lot of the Widow Mines. He can pick them off with disruptors. 3 of them go down right away, and that's a lot of the anchors gone for Richie's army. Richie is laser focused on shutting down this third base. Jenasin is building up quite a bank. Again, his skill really comes down to micro, not so much macro. As you can see, like, so many minerals, so much gas here for the Protoss that he's just not spending. Richie has a nice balance of both, so he's going to rocket up an army supply for now. Continue pushing across the map. Plus, 2 weapons are about to hit for the Protoss, as well as Storm. Richie's 2-2 is a little bit farther away. He might want to wait for those before he engages. 3 more Widow Mines go down. Oh no, there's only 1 Widow Mine left. Okay, some more come with the reinforcements, but Richie needs to get those burrowed, and burrowed fast, as he's busy dodging disruptor shots. These armies are both very difficult to control for both players. Storm drops on the bio is going to significantly weaken them. That said, these units are still alive. The medevacs do still have a little bit of energy to heal up, but it looks like Jenasin will hold here once again. There's still 1 Widow Mine in the back, as well as the 2 Liberators spreading freedom, so Jenasin can't quite close out the deal. There's no way that Richie can engage with the third base. This Archon ran out of shields, but the Warp Prism was able to save it. The Archon does get picked off by the Liberator. Oh no! A Widow Mine on the low ground is going to get a Stalker kill and soften up a bunch more. However, Jenasin will chase down this final medevac and eliminate it. GamerRichy back up to 82 army supply behind this and gearing up for another push. There's a lot more Liberators in the mix right now, and Jenasin's army is kind of in tatters. He does have the bank to remake this, but again, he's just not macroing as well as his opponent. Richie just Liberator shot his own Widow Mine. That was like a field execution for not getting a shot off. Okay. This 4th base is in mortal danger. Jenasin doesn't have too many units on the field. The disruptor shot gets picked off before it goes off. That's actually pretty huge. But there's no bio left on the field for Richie. He has his reinforcements rallied at home instead of going across the map. He's sending a wave all at once. Jenasin's being careful about how he engages this. There's just so many Liberators in the air. The final bio units go down, and of course Liberators and Widow Mines, neither of them can attack buildings. So Jenasin just eats the Widow Mine shots, loses a couple Stalkers for it, and will hold his 4th base. Richie, again, has 90 army supply ready to go for the next round. This is like tower defense for the Protoss. Okay, extended Thermal Lance on the field here for Jenasin. He doesn't even have Colossi in production, though. Oh, this Disruptor is in danger! It gets just outside the Freedom Zone and forces the bio away. That means these Liberators are going to eat a lot of anti-air shots, but there's just too much freedom. All the Protoss units go down. The High Templar are auto-attacking a Marine and losing. This Archon will not morph into the field. The 3rd base will go down. A Disruptor goes down as well. Jenasin has ran out of bank. GG. Well played is called.
Game resumed.
Okay, so I actually need to catch my breath after that last game. That was so intense. There was so much action going on. In the right side of Golden Wall, it's Jenasin, and on the left, as the Red Terran, is GamerRichy. Richie, now apparently playing for Reason Gaming. On information and belief, this is a round of 64 match. Kremer, I will do my best to follow the winner of this game through the bracket. That is sometimes difficult. It depends if the players invite casters to begin with, and if the admins want me to cast something else, but there are enough people here to cover games today. I think it's very likely we'll be able to. Church bells are going off because I'm not gonna get into the politics of what's happening right now, but apologize if that's bleeding into my microphone. Yeah, GamerRichy has point number 1 on the field. People say this is a Terran favored map. I think Jenasin plays really well on this map. He loves Blink Stalkers, and there's a lot of walls to hop over, right? There's a lot of surface area for the Terran to have to defend against Protoss aggression. Whereas Richie's style of play means he, if he wants to shut this third down, is going to be pushing up from low ground to high ground and engaging Jenasin where he has space to kite back, where he has space to force Richie to burrow his Widow Mines or siege his tanks, most likely burrow his Widow Mines, and kite back, kite back, kite back until he finally has to defend and then engage the Terran, you know, while he's been whittled down, while he's at a disadvantage. Richie is not going to be able to engage with these Hellions. Actually, I think this is a little bit uncharacteristic for Richie, opening with a Hellion opener. Oh, he's going to lose one Hellion back home as well. He's going to try to come around from the back, but he can't actually engage these Stalkers. This is very uncharacteristic indecision from our Terran player. A Stalker is back home to defend for Jenasin, but these Hellions will hit the probe line. 4 probes have fallen so far. More are to follow. No, they lined up. 7, 8, 9, 10. Despite Richie's indecision, he is doing terrible things to the Protoss base. Meanwhile, back at the Terran base, Jenasin was pushing into the wall, but unable to take down the supply depot. "11 probes go down in total, and all Richie lost was 4 Hellions and a Reaper. In the meantime, Richie has taken this back base, and he is mining out his wall. Now, that's the thing about Golden Wall. The name of the map says it all. There's these walls everywhere. This entire back half of the map is completely walled off from the rest of the map at the start of the game. These are 20 mineral patches, double stacked. These are 5, and these are fully stacked. Well, the left side is fully stacked. These are diminished gold patches. Three probes go down in the back. It's a little bit unclear what they went down to. Richie's sending out a scouting marine to see if Jenasin took this back third. Jenasin, I think, is going for a 2-base push, though. Oh, no, no, he's just gonna drop a later time third. It's still within the range of, like, acceptability. Ah, no, it's gonna go down around, like, 630 or something as he collects the minerals. It's an exaggeration. It's gonna go around 612. No, he sent the probe back home. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Jenasin seems focused on the stalker attack. He's gonna blink over the gold minerals and try to hit the third. Richie has preempted this, though. He has 2 tanks in position. Now, Jenasin can go around the side here and pick off these add-ons and harass the SCVs and gas, and there's pretty much nothing that Richie can do about this. This is a nice little attack from Jenasin. He's still playing from behind, but he's getting damage done. And Richie lost 4 SCVs, 2 add-ons, and a missile turret there. Richie backs off. He is going to take a third at the gold base. 1 Marauder, 6 Marines in this medevac. We're going to call this medevac the Stardust Crusaders. They're going to eliminate the yellow Protoss on the other side of the map, and they're taking the long way to do it. Jenasin is getting ready to start Disruptor dropping. Oh, look at the skin, how it meshes with the colors. That's neat. That's neato. The Stardust Crusaders are hitting the third base of Jenasin, and it's going to be a worker slaughter. 9 probes go down, and the Zealot. Richie leaves 1 Marine behind. And it's actually going to pay off for him. 2 more probes go down. Oh, no. Jenasin is more preoccupied with his Disruptor drop on the other side. It looks like it did not go off well. Richie sends another 2 medevacs across. All right, this drop is going to get cleaned up by a Disruptor shot. Just a Marine at a time going down to the Disruptor shots. GamerRichy is just baiting out these shots here. He's not actually expecting... well... Okay, maybe not. More and more Protoss production is getting picked off here, and remember, Richie has already taken a third, and it's at the gold. Jenasin blinks onto the tanks. Since Richie has a lot of his bio on the high ground, the tanks are quite vulnerable. But it looks like he had just enough on the low ground to clean up the Blink Stalkers. Jenasin should be able to push out here and clean this up with the next wave of attack, though, as this tank on the ground is heavily injured. Now, the disadvantage to taking this side, of course it's safer, right? You already have a path to defend this side, so your opponent can't really camp it. Can't really camp the mineral line from behind, but there's no gas on the walled off side of the map. So that's kind of the trade-off you're doing by taking this side of the golden wall. One Stalker blinks to the low ground and sacrifices its life to take out the tank. Jenasin was trying to go for a warp in to take out some Terran production, but Warp Prism isn't able to sneak its way out. Storm drops on the bio! GamerRichy splits too well against it, and he is going to stim to win as he takes out one of the disruptors. There are still 3 disruptors out on the field, but is Richie too split up for them to get connections? It looks like the answer is yes. GG, well